Leveson, if you're a journalist or you're a media company, in the sense of providing news, has been an absolute disaster. It's a catastrophic attack on free speech. It will destroy any sort of investigative journalism, never mind any interesting journalism. That's not always the same thing. And essentially what you're seeing here is the establishment's revenge and not just getting their own back, but neutering the press. And what you have seen, particularly in the last year, and what you are seeing now, is the neutering of the press. Police press communications now, for instance, does not exist. The police very often have wanted the media simply to be a propaganda tool for them now. Now they are. They are arresting very senior officers merely for making the sort of decisions that they've been entitled to make for years of talking to the press. That's a disaster. It's a disaster for democracy. I find it utterly staggering the way that so many of the great and good in this company are clamouring to go along with that. And sadly, through probably our own fault, through the fault of journalism and what has been bad behaviour and what is perceived as bad behaviour, has contributed to a mood amongst the public whereby they don't really have a problem with this. And that's a disaster. The last 20 months for me have been pretty tough. I've been in mass market tabloid newspapers for 30 years. I left to go into public relations, crisis management, and was doing very well, thank you. Then the powers that be decided they needed a trophy arrest, and I was the guy. 20 months later, they finally given up, and I now am in the process of rebuilding the very good career that I had before. I seem to have some very interesting prospects going at the moment that I'm excited by. I'm angry that I'm having to restart again, but hey, life can be tough, and so I'm just looking onwards and upwards. The Leveson chill, the aftershocks of Leveson, the way it has neutered the British press, in fact, is an opportunity for public relations and communications companies. Not in the sense that they can just churn out any old tosh and just think they can whack it in the paper because the papers are desperate to fill. I don't mean that at all. What I do mean is, though, that great ideas, great projects, well presented, well written, well thought through, have an opportunity to hit now in perhaps a way that is more effective than it was even 2 years ago. I think that you look at a great idea, say, like the Outside organisation got John Bon Jovi to play on top of the O2. Now that was a great idea. I mean, literally on top of the damn thing. And that got pretty good reaction, particularly on TV because it was good footage, etc. I think now that would be even more successful in the newspapers, and also because they're all developing their digital offering. And so that there are opportunities now, but I cannot stress enough, it's got to be a good idea, it's got to be well thought out, it's got to be well presented, it's got to be well written. And I think there's a real opportunity for the industry.